Beshkoilo, Rabbanim, Abishtor, Recher, Hashemah, Oilim. English, sorry, in Shildegard, sorry, so sorry. Most of you, English.
Amazing.
I said to Naftali Moskowitz,
American English.
American English. I said to Naftali, it's a good idea to get other guys to speak sometimes. You know, not the names, the top tier. We should get a little bit experience.
Top tier.
So he says, so then you do it. So it's also my father has yahrzeit on Chai Shvat. Rabbi Mori Avram Ben Hirsch Alav Hashalom. So it's a good excuse to share some Torah. Parshas Beshalach, Shabbos Shira, Zer Chushiv Parsha. When Klal Yisrael is after 400 or 430 years in Gullus, the first Gullus, Israel comes out as a cloud. It's very simple, you know, but still we're still in Shodavim, so it's going through the Parshios of the Seder. So it says that Paro, Yesar Es Rikbo, he saddled his wagon. I would say chariot, but for you I would say wagon. He saddled it by himself. Zelps. He did his wagon by himself. Where do you see the president, the head of the country, is putting gas in his car? He was so for granted to do this job that he wanted to do. The President of the United States does not put the gas of the petrol in the tank. Somebody's doing that for him, I'm sure. But he was so for granted to do this job that we can say, like it says in Avos, he wanted to do such a geschmack he had for doing this job that we can learn that it says that Ezehu Hacham Halamed Mikol Adam.
Oh, what?
Yeah, and that Mikol Adam is like you can learn from a thief how to do it a certain, you know, it doesn't have to be from the Torah. It could be learning what he does. So we see that 4 times in the Torah, people either saddled their donkey or they fixed their chariot, right? So we know very well. We know Avram Avinu on the way to the Akedah, Vayachavosh es Chamoro himself, Zelpst, and we see that Yosef, after 22 years. Yosef Marchavto, right? And we see, of course, Bilam, that we know was like Avram Avinu, for the not for the good, to first Klal Yisrael. And here with Paro, we see, right? So each time we see that they are rewarded, they get a scar. If they do it for the good, they get scar. If they do it for the no good, they get onish. There's like a direct so I want to focus on Avram Avinu. Avram Avinu was told to shecht his only child, Bincha Yechidcha. You want to say, well, he's going to, what's the problem? He has 2 sons. We know that Rashi says, Yechidcha, that Yishmael was sent away. So it's Yechidcha, your only son. And what is he? So after it's all over and done with, he passes the 10th test, the hardest of all the tests, and he's listening to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Whatever you say, I'll do it. My only son, this is Klal Yisrael. Yitzhak is Klal Yisrael. There is nobody else. You want me to chef Klal Yisrael? I'll do whatever you say. The same kind of, he saddles his own donkey. He saddles his own chamor. Because he loves Hashem, he's going to check his own, do whatever you say, I'm going to do it. What is the reward? The reward is that he's 4 times blessed that your children are going to be like the Kochavim and the Svas Hayam. You're gonna be that. So Klal Yisrael is going to be like the stars in the sky and the sand on the next to the shore, right? So that is so you're tested that you're going to have no children, and your schar is you're going to have so many children. It's mamish. It's gate. It's mamish the perfect reward for that. Because you think you're going to have nothing, you're going to have him and so many more. Right. So I want to make a connection between the Chachavim Hashemayim, Chachol Asher Al Svas Hayam, to Mitzvah Bo Yoter
Mishlicha.
Niben Shalucho. So like, when you do the mitzvah yourself, it's the best thing, it says in the Mishnah in Kedushin. The best thing is I do it myself. I want to marry a woman, don't send somebody to do it yourself. It's the best thing to do it yourself. That's what Paro was holding. That's what he was holding. For the right or the wrong. Okay, fine. Abraham was holding that. Put the gas in the tank myself. I'll do it myself. But the other way is that the sand by the shore is like anivis. And that's Barov Am Hadras Melech. So we have to learn from Avraham Avinu's schar that sometimes you are a star in the sky and you got to do it. Nobody's got. You got to do it. You're on a trip with Baal Teshuvas, nobody knows how to daven. You got to do it. And that's what Avraham Avinu did. But sometimes it's good to be a part of the group and let somebody else do it. In brachas, we have a concept called that somebody else can make a bracha for you. So Shemaya Ka'oneh. So that means sometimes it's good that you don't make the bracha and he makes it for you. And there's many examples in Yiddishkeit where, for example, Kiddush Friday night. We'll make it Friday night. Kiddush Friday night, so the people who hold like Rov Am Hadras Melech, one person makes the Kiddush. And everybody else listens. So, and other people want to say, like if I do it myself, many people make Kiddush. There's a story with Moshe Feinstein, Zechasak Lebracha. A bracha was at the Suda for Reb Moshe. And they sang Shalom Aleichem. And it was time for Kiddush. And the bracha says, is it okay with the Rosh Yeshiva that I make my own Kiddush? And Reb Moshe said, that's fine. Please have me in mind. So he backed off. Reb Moshe made the Kiddush. Reb Moshe held like the sand by the shore. Like more people doing a mitzvah, the better it is Hadras Melech. Right? So, and we see examples like this, like Hanukkah, the Ashkenazi minhag is everybody lights the menorah, and Beis Yosef holds like, interestingly, like the like Tosfos, that one person lights the menorah for the whole house. There's a friend that we have here in the Kollel in the morning, and he is Bukharian. And I asked him, in your house when you grew up, did your father light the menorah only himself? He said, yes. And when I got married, I visited my shver, and he lit the menorah. I didn't make the bracha on the menorah till I was 25 years old. So that is Rov Am Hadras Melech. So it's not, so Elu ve'elu divrei Elokim chayim. It's not that one is right or wrong, it's just the way that we do things. So there's many examples of that, and I don't have to get into all of them, or some of them. But in a way, when you let somebody else, like, for example, Birchas Hamazon. Now, maybe because before they had printing and people didn't know how to daven, so one person benched, and everybody listened. Today the Chavetz Chaim says that we don't have kavanah for that, so everybody benches for themselves. But maybe it really is supposed to be that we're supposed to listen, and it's Rov Am. It's more covered for the Melech. And I just want to give one more example because this is a kind of a yard site talk.
The Yemenis are doing it till now like this.
They're doing it till now like this. And so is
The
the
Yemenis, one
Yemenis
bench, and all of them listens.
Yeah.
The Yemenis till now.
I want to mention one thing, like Motzi Shabbos, you see, Motzi Shabbos, there's two different, like when different people have a chiyuv. One guy is in Yubes Chodesh, one person has yard site that week. So people break off into different minions. So they're davening in the coat room and they're davening in the other room. And Rav Moshe is stark. Rav Moshe says one minion, Rovam Hadras Melech. So not that, again, I'm not making any judgment which way to go on that, but it's interesting to know when do we like the stars in the sky and like, I gotta do it? And when do we like the sand in the sea, like, I'm gonna be Pashit, I'm gonna be a part of the group, I'm gonna, interestingly, shofar. Shofar, the mitzvah is not to blow shofar, the mitzvah is to hear shofar. So you're depending on somebody else, you're part of it, the whole thing is showing trust and achdus in shofar. The first mitzvah of the year, when you're counting it that way, is you trusting him to do it. It's achdus, I think it's very. The mitzvah is to hear it from somebody else. So like all these things. So sometimes you're like the star in the sky, like you got to do it. You have to do it, whether it be kiddush or whether it be marrying an isha. Better do it yourself than send the shliach. You know that word, right? Megillah, so many ideas. So you have to know what it is. So the ha'ara is, so Avram Avinu does it himself. He puts the gas in the kabel himself, and he passes the test, and he gets rewarded with your children will be like the sand and the stars. Sometimes we have to be stolz. We're Klal Yisrael. And sometimes we have to be like Moshe Rabbeinu, like at the snare, like I can't do it, I send somebody else, I'll be part of the group. And when you're part of the group, so the group strengthens you, and conversely, in Fakir, that you strengthen the group when you come, and the group strengthens you, then you need stuff, you're part of it, because it goes both ways. So we should have a good Shabbos, and we should know that we have to be both when we're Klal Yisrael. We have to be Anivas Dik, like the sand, and we have to be Stolz Dik, like the stars.